Alrighty. Feel free to read this comment above. This'll be, that'll be the main explanation. I had a gaming mutual and a couple of other mutuals like DM me, and they told me basically, hey, I uninstalled Genshin because Genshin was getting a little bit too hard for me to play with. And that's understandable because I get it. There are some things in Genshin that they made extremely difficult for no reason. Like the fact that they had to finally go on and lower the Amber wing flight test because a lot of people were quitting there to make it a little bit more easier, and then they added a little bitty function of some quests you can skip through, which they need to do that all the way around. But it was just that some quests were extremely difficult for no reason, and how much you got out of those quests really didn't equate enough to doing all of that. Then the fact that we are actually finally now getting into Nod, finally, and stuff. And so we at this point, like, pick up the pace and get the story on, connect the dots, let's go. Because they have took so much time spending on other stuff that, now the story is needing to be picked up and things need to be gone on and connected. And the fact that they are adding about 5 or 6 more new characters, and I'm like, are you gonna have the events to properly equipped enough to get these characters? Which that answer will be mainly no. And the fact that another issue with Genshin is they no rotation, no proper rotation. We should have enough characters to where it should be a proper rotation of characters at this point, and that is still not happening. As a person who had to wait 3 more years for Ryo to get a rerun so I could get him finally, that put a lot of strain on folks. And then along with the stress of making things a little more difficult than it need to be, and on top of that adding the co-op and world leveling thing as well, it is starting to be a little bit too much for some people, and that's totally fine. um I'm just stubborn, and I just wanted to go on and get there after so many people gave me so much hell about not upping my world or me using a certain character I want to use. I just went on like said we gonna do this because I want to prove them wrong and gone on and get there the way I wanted to, and I made it. But this is not for everybody. I'll be the first one, if you know me long enough, that I have shown some of my mutuals how my controller looks. I specifically do have a controller that's specifically for Genshin Impact because of how much some things in Genshin would send me into a rage. So I actually have a rage controller for Genshin. But that's a whole nother story. But let's go on and wind this on down. But it shouldn't have not been that much going on in Genshin for to go through all of that to be able to actually play this game. So it's kind of just right now leaving a lot of people like, I'm good. And then, especially with the situation with this last forced coop event, and I say it, forced coop event. The fact that I've had to block so many Genshin content creators, and I mean, I had to block pretty much a substantial amount because of people making videos and them raging out or acting a fool over people gonna pick what character they gonna play with in these Coop events. And not everybody likes Coop. Most people was going through there, just let me get these primo gems and get the hell up out of here. And then with that, the way they set it up, anything could happen, so you had to expect the unexpected. And it was pretty much damned if you do, damned if you don't. As in my situation, I did look at stuff and see what element I need, and people still had an attitude. So with all of that going on, I could totally understand why some people are saying this thing got a little too rough for me, and I'm just gonna go on and head out. And like, as me, a person who adds 3 other games to in case I need to take a break from Genshin, I got Cookie Run, I got Woo, I got Honkai, and then I also have another game that I've actually been on for several years that I want to try one more revamp and see where I'm at. And unfortunately, it's another one due to all my time schedules probably being changing. I'm gonna have to put that one down, and also re-evaluating, am I still enjoying this game or not. So please do take that into consideration with Genshin, but I can honestly see why a lot of people are getting to that point. So will Genshin improve? I doubt it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, but I still have 2 or 3 things I really want to get done. Exploration mainly with Genshin. So I'ma just be on chill mode for the foreseeable future and see how things roll out. But I just kind of honestly see where people coming from. If Genshin don't get some of their stuff together, they gonna lose a lot of more people if they ain't already. So that's my take. Everybody take care. Have a good one. And catch y'all later.